There was a girl in Philadelphia that came up to me after one of our talks, and it turns out she had slept with 15 guys in the past 3 months. Now, you know the names her school had for her, the label that they called her. That girl, she is a slut, and that's all she's ever gonna be. And I asked her, I said, why are you doing this to yourself? She said, oh, it's fun. You go to parties, you hook up, you know, it's fun. And I said, is it really fun? And for once, someone took this poor girl seriously. She said, look, no, it's not fun. She goes, my parents are going through a divorce right now. The minute I walk into my home, there's nothing but hurt and hate. And just for the moment, when those guys hold me, it feels like love. Even though I know it's not, at least I feel like somebody wants me. That girl is not a slut. She's not a this, she's not a that. She has a heart identical to yours and to mine. And ultimately, all that we want is love. So if it's too late for her to start over, then it's too late for me to start over. And frankly, it is never too late for anyone to start over. I don't care who you are, where you've been, what you've done, it doesn't matter. All that matters now is where you go from here. Now, later on in the talk, I'll give you a couple means and ways that you can actually live this lifestyle out. Thank you.
Now, as you could probably imagine how grateful I am that she started waiting for me, and she was afraid if she left those guys who were cheating on her, who were physically abusing her, emotionally abusing her, she was afraid if she left them, she'd miss out on love. But the only way we would have missed out on love is if she stayed with these guys who loved sex more than they loved her, just staying in these relationships, blindly hoping it's going to improve. But she had that respect to step out. And when I met this girl, she was free. She wasn't just available. She was free, confident, independent, pure, mature, and it was just wildly attractive. And I think with girls, girls long for love. Everyone wants love. But I think sometimes a girl may want love so much, she can shoot herself in the foot. And it happens different ways. Like one way is like if a girl goes from relationship to relationship to relationship and never sits still. My brother and I, when we were kids, we'd play this game called lava, right? You take all the cushions off the couch, and you like throw them on the floor, and you have to jump from cushion to cushion. You jump on a cushion, you jump on the cat, you jump on a cushion. Yeah, you still play? Okay. And you know, you can't step between or like you die. And unfortunately, some girls date like that, where they go from boy to boy to boy to boy to boy. By the time the girl gets to college, she has no clue who she is because she's defined her whole identity by the boy she's been clinging to for emotional security. Maybe she confuses their physical affection with love. Maybe she's looking for love her dad never gave her. But either way, a girl needs to find her independence as a woman. Then she can receive and give the kind of love that she's been longing for. But the number one way, from a guy's perspective, that girls ruin their chances of getting real intimacy is if a girl thinks that dressing modestly is a joke. I'll admit, I'm a guy. I don't know the pressure you girls are under to look and eat and dress a certain way. I mean, we were watching TV a while back, and a Barbie doll commercial came on. So I was like, dude, I have to get that Barbie. So I went to the store and got the Barbie. Shut up. Yeah, I've got issues. No, this is, I don't remember her name. It was like Botox, collagen, silicone Barbie or something. But, you know, girls are told from the ages of like 3 and up, you know, behold womanhood. You know, you too can be a woman, okay? Just eat 3 croutons a day, all right? You dress like a collection of body parts, and girl, you're going to find love. And so what does every beer commercial, every billboard basically tell women about their bodies? It basically tells girls like, you know, you're too fat. You know, you're too skinny. You know, you're too fat and too skinny. You're a real piece of work. Just constantly, girls are told your body is trash. Hate your body. 5 minutes later, they tell you worship your body. And during that confusion and a girl's sincere desire to find love and be found beautiful, she may look at Cosmo and 17 magazine, thinks, well, that's a cute outfit. Maybe if I dress like that, I'll meet a nice guy, and maybe we'll find love. Well, it sounds like it makes sense, but what happens is this. If we guys are very visual when it comes to sexuality. And if we see a girl walking down the street dressed like this, you know, let's say she's got one of those new short skirts they have that you can mistake for a wide belt, you know what I'm talking about? You know, they're like belly buttons sticking out, and her top's made of like saran wrap or whatever this is, and spaghetti straps. And we see her walking down the street. We think that she's trying to tell us, like, hey, boys, the greatest thing about me is my body. And we'll look at her and we'll be like, I agree, you know, that's a nice body. But if her sexual value is the first thing that draws me to a woman, I might think that that's the best thing she has to offer. Forget her friends and her dreams and her family. I want to get to know the body. And a guy might say or do whatever necessary to get access to her body, and if she gives him access thinking, oh, maybe he'll like me more, usually what happens is the guy loses respect because he gets bored. He moves on, and she's left there thinking, well, maybe if I'd been skinnier, he would have liked me more. Maybe if I'd done more with him sexually, he would have stayed longer. He might not have stayed longer, but he would have used her longer, but her heart's made for a better kind of love than that. And guys get used too. We all know the pressures go both ways. But with modesty, I'm not saying like girls, I want you to look as ugly as physically possible. I don't want you girls like show up at your prom like with this, this huge dress on, and your boyfriend sees you, he's like, modesty, wow, girl, you're looking good there in your shapeless plaid ankle-length jumper, hey, that's a nice potato sack, stay home. I mean, modesty does not mean a girl tries to look ugly. It doesn't dampen down your allure. Modesty means a girl takes the beauty of womanhood and uses it to teach men about her dignity. Because I tell you, I never knew how to treat a girl till I dated one in college who dressed modestly, and it was captivating. Because you could take her seriously as a woman, because she wasn't trying to constantly make boys gawk at her body so she'd feel secure. And she had a good figure. She could have dressed like, hey boys, check it out. But the way she dressed said like, hey boys, frankly, I'm worth waiting to see. And under that humility was something radiant you could not get bored with, because that girl had that deeper reverence for herself. By the way a girl dresses, by the way a girl dances, you can tell if she wants you to treat her like a gentleman or not. And as Crystalina said, a guy will be as much of a gentleman as a woman requires. And I'll grant you girls, you have the power to turn a guy's head, but you also have the power to turn a guy's heart. Girls, if you want a guy to think you're special, that you're intelligent, that you're worth respecting, showing us your belly button won't help, as we guys are so visual. And I'll grant you girls, it's so hard as a guy to be pure nowadays with our thoughts. We need your help. Guys don't like to ask for help. You ever drive with a guy who's like lost? I mean, he'll drive to South America before he finds the convenience store because it's a pride thing. Likewise with purity, but we have to back down. We just say, girls, we need your help on this. It is so hard for us to stay pure. The girls have power in this to shape the way that the whole world looks at women, so tap into that. Now, I mean, I'll put Barbie away for now. Well, sorry, she's okay, she's still smiling. But girls say, well, Jason, if I can't